What's going on, Stunner Gang? Yeah. Huskers officially 3-0. First of all, game ball goes out to Dylan Raiola. Kid, keep it up. You're doing great things. You're doing great things. Um, Defensive game ball goes out to a lot of guys played well, man. A lot of guys played well, but I think you have to give it to Hartzell for the pick. I think that pick was at a crucial time in the game. So I give it to him. Although the D line, man, the guys in the trenches, they were good. They kept the pressure up. I think the defense was a little shaky early in the game. I wasn't happy about that, but they did get it together, and they did hold a good program. Uh, uh, held them down all game. They drove, bend, but don't break type of defense tonight from the black shirts. And it felt really, really good to have those Husker greats, um, get inducted into the Husker Hall of Fame before the game today. Just a couple of notable mentions, just as my time, rooting for the Huskers. Jared Crick. When Jared Crick was playing, when he was on the black shirts, man, he was just one of those guys that you just knew, man, when it was, when it was that time, you could really depend on Jared Crick. Uh, and then, also seeing, um, the others get inducted, it really means a lot that the program is reaching out to those guys and having them come back, and again, one of the most slept on running backs of all time in Nebraska history, I think is Rex Burkhead. Um, Rex Burkhead was one of those guys that when your team needed a play, when the Huskers needed a play, Rex Burkhead would get that. He would get those 2 yards for the first down. Um, he would break that tackle. Rex Burkhead. So it's good to see him get his name into the Nebraska Football Hall of Fame. But excuse me, getting back to the game. Um, Again, the offense scored on the first drive of the game. Like you just can't understate, um, how important it is for the team to score on that first drive. It's just so important. It really starts the momentum that you need to carry you throughout a good game. And for years, Nebraska was just a team that you could guarantee that first drive was just a waste. And now the 3 games in a row where they've scored on the first drive. I would have loved to have seen Nebraska scored at the end of the half to keep that momentum going as well. Raiola has been able in the 2 previous games to in a 2-minute drill type thing at the end of the second quarter, get points on the board for Nebraska. And they was driving today, but it just didn't happen. But I would have loved to have seen that happen. But what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you just want to see them win. You just want to see them win. So, shout out to the crowd. Another sellout. I think that's 399 sellouts. This game would be 400. But Nebraska has a tough slate of games coming up um, with Illinois primarily, and then I think Purdue. Um, so I think they got blown out today, but so they'll be salty. But it's just good as to see number 23 ranked Nebraska, close out, close out a good team. Although they are an FCS squad, um, you know, it feels good to see them dominate from beginning to end. uh, you know, uh, Harbor, Double H, because I always mispronounce his name, Heinrich Harburg. Man, great game, man. And they got to find they got to find a role for that guy. He's just too big. He's too fast just to be standing over there on the sideline. Um, just made a couple of great plays, and it was good to see him do that. And all the guys that was out there on the field, they really seemed to enjoy seeing him do well. And that's the one of the things that's a constant at Nebraska, regardless of who the coach was or what was going on, is that the players always want the players, the crowd, they always root for guys to do well. They know guys are working hard, trying to get on the field, and when they make a play, they make sure to let you they show you love. They show those players love, and I appreciate that. So I believe the final score was 34-3. We'll take it. We'll take it. They say that good teams win, but great teams cover. If I'm not mistaken, that's 3 games in a row when Nebraska is covered. Um, so it feels good to be a Husker fan, right now. Um, I can only imagine what the energy is like in Lincoln right now. I wish I was there, but hey, what are you gonna do? Nebraska 34, Northern Iowa 3. Next week, University of Illinois. Go Big Red! Stun out.